Gamers, they just dropped some massive news on the Song of Strife season, and it looks really interesting. They are changing up the game quite a bit, and I want to talk about it right now. But I do want to mention that your gameplay right now, your progression right now does matter. You need to get to the end of the AFK stages, which is 11:25. And I know people are scared, they're worried about getting there. Honestly, after this boost, it's like 30 days into the server. After this drops, it is so much faster and easier to level up. I ended up pushing like 100 and some stages in one day after this initiated. Because I was able to ascend a bunch of people, get to the next tier, open the new, areas. It's crazy. They doubled your rewards or more. It's like 250% or something like that. It's very easy to start leveling up, and every day I'm starting to get multiple people leveled up in a day. I could probably get one more by the end of the day, doing the different stuff. Yeah, I need like 1,300 more dust to do one more level. It should be no problem. So, everyone will get to 240, and they talk about that in the dev post. It's almost guaranteed. It is guaranteed. As long as you're playing the game, you're doing your AFK stages, you will get there with the boost, which is awesome, because the new season is its own area, a new area of the game with enemies, quests, and a continuation of the story. But I do want to touch on this one last time. Your progression here in the normal part of the game matters a lot. Everyone is going to be at 240, but if you're not doing things like your battle modes, if you're not doing the dream realm and getting your dream fragments, if you're not getting multiple copies of some of these A-level heroes, you will start to fall behind, because there's going to be, most likely, world bosses and other activities where you're competing against other players. And if you don't start working on some of those really strong units, and you don't start investing in some of their exclusive weapons as well, you just won't do as much damage as the other people that are at 240. So there are definitely reasons to be playing all the game modes in the current mode, the current version of the game. You need to do your arena, you need to do your legend trial, because there's things in here that can be game changers for you. So, once you hit 240, you're not done. You want to make sure you're coming in here, because even if I was to get this would be a game-changing drop for my account. I hopefully will be able to do that by the end of the day, because getting 10 more gives Merrily her next tier on her EX weapon, which is like a lot more damage over the course of a fight. So, anyways, keep playing the game, keep enjoying the game, progress as much as you can, because when the season drops, there's a few things that are changing. So, 240 resonance, 1125 AFK stages, that should be no problem. But on my server, the season isn't dropping until about May 10th, so we still got quite a while. But it's also dictated by when your server started. So they're saying if you started on April 12th, the season wouldn't start till May 24th. So it's going to kind of move with you depending on when you started the game. Okay? Now, they're saying it's not hard to get to 240. It's not. It's much faster now. I will easily get there. I will easily catch up to all the whales. It's really good. And honestly, I'm glad I didn't spend a bunch of money on Heroes Essence, because now I'm going to be able to catch up, and they're going to have a fractional advantage on me, but not as crazy as it was. So, they even shouted out my video. Nice. So on the new season, this is actually really interesting. They're saying the new seasonal progression system includes the following. There's going to be a seasonal resonance level. So it's going to be like the level of all of your units, but it's for the season. So you're going to have currency or experience for that separately, which will also start unlocking different areas and different things. So even though they're not setting all our units to level 1, there is going to be most likely things gated by the seasonal resonance. That's going to give us strength. It's going to give us powers. It's going to unlock content. All right? But we keep everything else. They say there is progression systems that are permanent. Artifacts, characters, dupes of characters, class equipment, all that different stuff. But all of this stuff is changing. There's going to be new seasonal hero skills. What? So are they just going to take some crazy hero or like a bad hero and just buff them for one season? I want to talk about that. So if you've ever played, I'm guessing many of you have, if you've played Honor Duel, in Honor Duel, they've got these really, insane artifacts. There's no reason why they can't add these in game. And most likely, that's what they're going to do. I'm guessing that some of these things are going to just be in the new season. They've already built them. They've already created them. They have the passives down, pat, and working. So I'm guessing you're going to be able to unlock some of these artifacts for the new season, which is cool because even someone who is good, I know she's really awesome, especially when you get copies, they might have a season where she's like the most meta unit. Sit down, Sishia. Sit down, Odie. It's time for Carolina. Carolina? Whatever. On top of that, season class equipment. What? Does that mean everyone's going to get different seasonal armor that gives different stats? Maybe some passives? Don't know. There's going to be a seasonal artifact. 8 new seasonal artifacts. Not just 1. 8 new seasonal artifacts obtained through the season journey in various game modes. Crazy. What are they going to do? Are they these things? Are they these seasonal artifacts? Is this what they're talking about? 8 of them? I mean, that's a lot to add to the game. There's going to be magic charms. This is the coolest thing to me. It resets every season, but charms come in different qualities. Collecting 3 charms of the same quality will activate a hero's special ability. In the later stage of the season, you can customize the hero stats by equipping different sets of charms. They're adding this weird, like, set gear. The charms are like set gear. You equip multiple ones of the same type, you get a new bonus or a new stat or a new ability. That's really cool to me. I don't know exactly how it's going to function, but that sounds really cool. The magic charms. All resources needed for the seasonal progression system are available for free. We hope that all players will be able to experience the gameplay and progression and strategy. AKA, can't pay to win the season. You can pay to win on the main game, but you can't pay to win the season. That's good. I mean, maybe you still can. Who knows? But it doesn't seem that way, which is awesome news. Season after season, playing across a decade. They're saying there's going to be, lots of permanent progression in the game, but there's going to be lots of seasons. And the fact that they're even mentioning a decade, we welcome you to embark on the world of Vesperia anytime for the next 10 years. 10-year plan? AFK Journey is going to be dedicated to for 10 years? Is that what you're trying to say? Pretty crazy. Now, the thing with this game is if you can't play a season, they're not going away, but they go into a thing called the Temporal Nexus. Now, we need to see exactly how that works. Do you not get the rewards the way other people did that played it live? I'm not sure, but they are saying if you wanted to come back 2 years from now and do all the seasons that are available, you could do that. So that's kind of interesting. Is it okay if I AFK every day? Yeah, it's fine. If I start playing in the middle of the season, will I miss anything? Starting mid-season may mean missing out on some time-limited event content. So that's the one thing, is there is time-limited events and rewards. There's most likely a world boss. If you're not playing the season, the world boss could be killed, and then you don't get a chance to kill it. So there's definitely going to be things that you need to jump on if you want to, be at the top of the leaderboards and top of the season. And the thing is depending on what the limited rewards are, it could be one of the main ways to get, hello? What? Do I have to click this to get out of here? Hold on, sorry. It might be one of the only ways to get some of the more rare materials in the game. If we look at our units, one of the main things that I'm locked behind is this essence. I am 17 out of 25 till I can get an upgrade. That's cool. I'm going to need a bunch of them. But eventually there's red ones you can get, and they're very, very rare. Pretty much just from the world boss and maybe endgame arena. But it's a very finite resource. I've got 4 of them on my account. I can't even upgrade anything. Maybe things like this will be more accessible, right? I would highly recommend, if you're enjoying this game, don't slack on the seasonal content, because it's probably going to set you ahead and above other people. Now, one day, if they ever merge servers, that's when playing early and doing these seasons will come into play, because you're going to play against other people that are starting that didn't have seasonal content completed. So I'm guessing one day they will merge servers. But it is something that, if you want to be sweaty, if you want to be the best, you probably need to commit some time to this new season. And it's not going to be that hard to get there. So, not much more to say there, honestly. It's pretty much it. They talked about some other basic stuff, but the season looks way cooler than I expected. Well, I mean, we haven't seen everything, but it sounds cool to me. The passives, these different things. It is worth noting, though, that it says the season should last for about 4 months. So we're going to get a few seasons every year, most likely. And yeah, that works for me. I just hope that there's enough content to keep us busy for 4 months. If not, you know, what are we going to do? Maybe we're just going to have to go AFK and journey outside and touch grass. Wait, what? I didn't saw the video? Oh,